ramping up in the fantasy football. We got some, of course, hypotheticals going on. And we've got our dynasty still around. And of course, had a fun show for everybody. We're talking training camp. We got a couple of battles that we're looking at. We're gonna go over Colts implications, fantasy football, that kind of stuff if you're interested in it. And I've got ADHD, so we'll just kind of see where the episode takes us, man. And of course, there's some news coming out of Dallas that I'd be remiss not to at least hypothesize about. But we got 16 viewers right now. We appreciate it. Make sure while you're here, like, share, subscribe, share, please. Colts fans are very fickle and very hard to get excited about something, so share it, please. And hey, if you want to be on the show, let us know. Hit us up in the comments, and we'll definitely reach out. We'd love to have other fans on the show.
All about that fan interaction.
Oh, for sure. Also, AFC South show. Make sure you go over there, like, share, subscribe. Do the same for our boys over at Third and Teal. What is that? Titans Table Talk for Two. I know I'm saying that wrong.
Titans Table for Two. Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, if you're into supporting losing organizations,
yeah. I mean, if you like to go dumpster diving, head on over there.
We all make bad choices sometimes. It's okay. But you're here. You're with the winners, the 2-time Super Bowl champs. Yes.
And go over to Kingmaker Sports. Do the same on there. All a part of this big, beautiful CPN family. Training camp, man. First, we got to talk about the human yo-yo kicker Schrader. They brought in an undrafted free agent kicker to compete with him. I feel like that, Matt Gay did not live up to his contract. We talked about it in depth. And he didn't live up to the contract. And Spencer Schrader, as a result, last year kind of yo-yoed it on and off the practice squad. Found himself on a couple other teams, the Chiefs and Saints, I think. But he's back, and they dropped Matt Gay. So that usually kind of means that Schrader's going to be the guy, and they're just bringing in a leg to kind of audition himself for other teams is usually what that means. The Colts usually roll into training camp, preseason with 2 kickers. So it's not really a surprise there. But
I don't think it's going to be much of a competition. I think it's Schrader's job.
That's usually the implication when they get rid of a high-paid kicker. That's he was really good in college. He's
on her promos and stuff.
Probably
her dumbass role in Happy Gilmore 2.
Yeah. And of course, it had Eminem in it. It had what was his comedian? The fat black guy. I can't remember his name. I can never rember it.
Oh yeah, funny dude. I don't know. Who played Chubbs' son, right?
Oh yeah. They had Post Malone as one of the commentators. Had so many people. It was such a good movie, but it brought back a lot of nostalgia. I mean, it was almost 30 years. Man. I
got a Happy Gilmore jersey on the way, so I'll be wearing that on the next episode.
Oh hell yeah! But yeah, so training camp, it's probably going to be Schrader. Another interesting battle I think is still going on at corner. Who's going to be corner 2? Man, you like that rookie? I'm still
Justin
holding
Wally, baby. Juju. I've been telling y'all, Justin Wally, man. I keep telling y'all got to listen to me on that. And look, Jalen Jones getting hurt. Look, that sucks.
Yeah,
but that's the business. And Justin Wally, you're doing everything right. They're saying Justin Wally is having a phenomenal camp. I mean, he's breaking up passes. He's everywhere that you want to be. Dude, the guy's going to start week 1. I've said it before, and I'll hold to that. I'll die on that hill. Justin Wally is a future staple in our defensive backs. Our DBs are phenomenal. Our secondary is going to be so badass this year.
So Jalen Jones got hurt. Did Juju Brents get hurt too, or is he still recouping?
About Juju, I think he's still recovering, but Jalen is still is messing or dealing with a hamstring injury. So, I mean, strings can be kind of tricky. Sometimes they're short. Sometimes they can turn long.
Yeah. Ask Jelani Woods.
Yeah.
I'm so glad they got Tyler Warren, and we'll get into that too. I'm so happy they got Tyler Warren. Obviously, there's not much of a tight end battle going on. Who's going to be the distant second on this roster behind Tyler Warren?
Do we have to? Do we have to have a second? I mean, you know, where my heart lands. My heart lands with Will Mallory. Yeah, I mean, that's just where it is.
I'm not impressed with anybody
No.
behind Will. I am not like Mo Ali. I mean, he's a good blocker. Don't get me wrong. He's just an extension of the offensive line. If he's out there catching passes and Will Mallory isn't, something's gone horribly wrong. Or not Will Mallory.
Or Tyler Warren.
Tyler Warren. Yeah, I do that every time.
Mo Ali Cox should never be catching a pass ever.
If he's doing anything other than blocking, something has gone horribly wrong.
He can go suck on somebody else's team. I don't want him in Indianapolis. And hope
they released him and brought him back. I don't understand.
Dude, you should have let him go. Let it go.
Just let him be. Go. Just let him fade off into the distance as the sun goes down in Indianapolis. And of course, the biggest battle that everyone's looking at, it was the battle of the two worst rated passers last year, Anthony Richardson and Daniel Jones. Word on the street is, I mean, obviously we're in Houston. We can't be at the battles to see it for our own eyes. We're just getting the regurgitated, media outlet news. But they are saying
we got some insiders, but that's on the hush hush though.
So well, we'll have some. We've got some names that want to come on the show. We talked about it a little bit last time, and you can believe it or not, Justin has been in contact with JJ Stankovitz, Mr. Voice of the Colts. And if you've been to Lucas Oil, you know his voice. He has been talking to him. I know you probably think we're full of shit. I just hope it doesn't fall through and he is able to come on. He's, obviously busy with training camp, stuff like that. Yeah, but we wouldn't throw out a dude's name and just be making shit up. We're not like that.
Yeah, we're not those guys. There's a lot of shows out there doing that. We're not that. If like that, we got, how do I put this? It's timing, man. Like, this is a busy season for some of these individuals that we've been talking to. So for them to be busy, I get it. It's training camp. This is everything that's kicking off right now. So
yeah.
But yeah, so stay tuned in, hit that subscribe button, because we do have some big names that you might know of, like as far as maybe Sports Illustrated, CBS, Colts.com. So stay tuned, hit that notification bell too, so that way when we go live and stuff, these might be the people that you want to hear from.
Yeah. And of course, when we do get a date and time locked up, I mean, we're not just going to just have them randomly on the show. We will put out unfortunately right now it's just not solidified, of course, with training camp and their crazy, sports schedule. Hopefully we can get something ironed out really soon. But we're really excited to talk to them. And I talked about on the last show, I'm a Cubs fan, and I found out that Stankovitz was also with Chicago when the Cubs won the World Series back in 2016. So that's something I want to talk to him about. I'd be so excited to have him on. But that's the fan in me. That's I hope I'm not. I hope I don't what was it, Zombieland with Woody Harrelson and Bill Murray? I hope I'm not like that, but I feel like I'm gonna be. But Bill fucking Murray. But no, it'll be really cool to have him on if he can do it. And we wanted to talk. I don't know. Should we do fantasy football or should we roll into hypotheticals?
Yeah, we can do hypotheticals because there's a lot of stuff about camp to talk about too.
That's true. You got anything first?
As far as camp goes, okay. Yeah, I got a lot. I got all offense, every offensive position, every defensive position, or at least every room. So to hit on Tyler Warren, this can kind of transition also into Colts news and fantasy football. So obviously Tyler Warren's going really high in dynasty drafts and should go high in your redrafts. If you're not familiar with redrafts, those are the ones that you normally play. Like every year you draft a new team, blah, 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 like that. Dynasty is like an NFL franchise where you draft them and then they're yours forever until you trade them or whatever. So anyways, moving on. So word out of camp coming from the coaches is that Tyler Warren is going to be a 3-down player. Even like kind of outside consultant type of people that he's going to be there every play just about. So this is somebody that you want to invest in. So for the organization to take him that high, that shows, hey, like, look, we're backing up what we did. We didn't just draft a tight end that high for nothing. We're going to use him. He's even taking snaps out of the backfield. So they're planning on using Tyler Warren. Well, yeah, I think maybe as a fullback though, because he did play out of the backfield a couple times at Penn State, so it's not new to him by any means. But that just means that your boy Mo Cox is going to be blocking like he needs to be. Honestly, he needs to be blocking on another, but whatever. So
maybe we can get a Tyler Warren tush push.
Yeah, there you go. Just jumbo package. But yeah, so Tyler Warren, look for him like in every scheme, every play. Tyler Warren's gonna be the guy out there. Another one that we've kind of been waiting to develop on is Adonai Mitchell. So Adonai Mitchell has had a pretty awesome camp so far. So he's making all the catches. He's had a couple drops, which for him to only have a couple so far is really awesome, because that was his big issue last year, was the drops.
Yeah.
And so they're looking at trying to line up Tyler Warren if he can be, not Tyler Warren, Adonai Mitchell to be opposite Michael Pittman, and then they can use Warren and Downs in the middle of the field, which it would be awesome to be able to do.
Yeah.
So for Adonai Mitchell to finally be catching up to the NFL game, that's what we want. That's what we want, that guy, because we know his playmaking ability. And they're saying like his separation off the line is one of the biggest things that they really, really like, that he can just get that separation and go. It's not like he's got to run his route and then worry about making a move in open field. Like he's beating them off the line. So if he can do that, use his speed and make the catch, dude, awesome. Which I don't think anybody's doubted are pass catchers in Indianapolis. So that's good. This is just one more thing to solidify all these pass catchers, and that Tyler Warren is just making highlight grab after highlight grab in camp. But that also goes with Anthony Richardson making these throws. Anthony Richardson looks great. He's lean. He came into camp last season a little bulky. They're like, oh, he put on muscle. He didn't. That was just he was just bulkier. So now he's a little bit leaner. He looks like physically better. Like he looks muscular. He's leaned up. But the biggest thing that everybody's liking, everybody that I've talked to, is, if anybody who's looked at Twitter or anything like that, they've seen Anthony Richardson out there. He's looking at his cards before practice, going through the mental reps, like going through everything in his head. The commitment level for Anthony Richardson is at an all-time high. I think after last season,
as it
should be, because he lost pretty much the fan base after he did the helmet tap. Because who does that, right? But we are seeing everything that we want to see from Anthony Richardson in training camp right now. His throws are on time. He is not having to run that much because our offensive line is just phenomenal. But which is crazy is our offensive line is great and our defensive line is great. So you're getting a top 5 offensive line against probably a top 5, at least a top 10 defensive line. So if that offensive line is holding up to that front defensive line we have, and Anthony Richardson is making those throws on time, because we know last year that was a problem for him. Anthony Richardson couldn't make those time throws, those short to intermediate throws. Like, he would throw bombs to Alec Pierce, but like that's all fine, but you're not going to get those every time. You have to be able to make those short and intermediate throws, and that's what he's doing right now. So I get they're saying that Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson are alternating. So like one day, Daniel Jones will start with the first offense, and then Anthony Richardson will rotate. And then the next day, it'll be Anthony Richardson will start with the first offense, and then Daniel Jones will relieve him. So they are splitting the reps, but in no way does it look like that they're trying to get behind or give equal opportunity to Daniel Jones, just for the simple fact of there's like almost no social media about Daniel Jones. It's all Anthony Richardson.
Yeah.
But as you and I have said many, many times on this show and other shows that we've guest appeared on, is Anthony Richardson is going to be the quarterback one. Like Daniel Jones is an insurance policy only, because Shane Steichen, not as much as Chris Ballard, but Chris Ballard's job is tied to Anthony Richardson.
Yeah.
If Anthony Richardson doesn't work out, that's on Chris Ballard. So there's no possible way that Chris Ballard is going to tell Shane Steichen to say, hey, let's put Daniel Jones in there week 1. That's not going to happen. Let's just get that thought out of our heads, unless Anthony Richardson just has a horrible, horrible preseason and Daniel Jones is lighting it up.
Yeah.
But nothing against Daniel Jones, because every report is saying that Daniel Jones is doing nothing wrong. He's doing really good. He's just not the guy that the franchise picked, like Anthony Richardson, which is fair. Like, that's fine. You picked him. That's your guy. Like, I get it. Like, go with your guy. That's it. But everything with Anthony Richardson we're seeing is what we want to see. It's everything we wanted from this kid so far. I'm just hoping that this can translate into the regular season.
That's the key.
Once the other team is coming at you trying to kill you, is he going to panic, or is he going to be calm and collected and make the throw and even take the hit if he's got to take the hit? That's just part of being an NFL quarterback, right? I mean, I don't know, but hearing the legends talk about playing quarterback, Indy fans know a little something about the quarterback position. Just saying, we've had a few, but dude, even like, so a position that you've always talked about is the center position with Danny Pinter and Bortolini.
Bortolini all the way, baby.
Right. It's definitely looking like Bortolini is going to be the guy here. Nothing to Pinter. It's just Bortolini has played the position longer, so he's got more experience in that position. He's seen different fronts. Could Danny Pinter become something? Yeah, but I don't think so. I think it's going to be Bortolini. And I think you've said plenty of times, and now we're starting to see that Bortolini is going to be the starting center.
We saw, when Ryan Kelly was out and they did put Bortolini, it didn't really seem like the line really missed a beat. But then they put, for some reason, the next game, I think it was Pinter that they started at center, and it looked really bad. They switched it up, and they didn't have Bortolini as the starter, and it was like, what the fuck are we doing? And the line did not look good that game. It just didn't. Yeah. Bortolini went back. Everything looked fine. So I don't know why they did that little experiment, but they did. We always kind of stand behind with what we say, whether we're right or wrong. And at no point leading up to the draft did I ever say, I hope the Colts don't go Tyler Warren. I never once said those words. For some reason, the guys at Third and Teal think that I did. Curtis Brown, of course, of the Curtis Podcast Network, the final boss guy, said that no one attached to the CPN network, Curtis Podcast Network, has said that the Colts should go tight end that high at 14.
No, that's stupid.
I did. I did. And here's why. They went Ward, they went Bynum in free agency, which they needed a corner, they needed a safety. Those were the secondary was the biggest need, and he addressed it.
Yeah.
The biggest, outside of quarterback, our worst room was tight end. It made the most sense for the Colts to go tight end. I never strayed away from that statement, never said otherwise. I speculated if it was best for Tyler Warren or Loveland, if it was Warren that went and Loveland fell to 14. But I speculated for either one that this tight end is going to be tied to the quarterback issue. Because there was a game where Anthony Richardson completed 9 passes. It could hinder their performance. I do think Tyler Warren could be one of the best tight ends in the NFL. He has the potential to do that, but it's all tied to the stats. Can he get these catches? Are they going to be good ball throws?
I think he's going to be. I think he's going to lead the team in receptions at some point, whether it be a few weeks or what have you. It's just
sure. That's fair.
There's a game where Josh Allen completed 9 passes. Yeah,
that's.
I mean, when you don't have to pass the ball to beat the crap out of a team, that's pretty good.
Let's pump the brakes there, though. Let's not compare Josh Allen to Anthony Richardson right now.
Yeah.
That's
come to find out, you know how word was out that Anthony Richardson's training with Josh Allen's guy or whatever. That was bull crap. Apparently,
was it really?
Yeah. So they broke that on Pat McAfee's show. Apparently that wasn't true. Anthony Richardson was just saying that. And you know what? I can't even confirm that it was Anthony Richardson. But it was somebody around Anthony Richardson that was saying that, putting that news out there. just trying to say, I guess they were just trying to put that buzz out there that, oh, he's turning it around like Josh Allen did, which it looks like he's doing all the right things. But
Yeah.
I just like seeing the maturity level of Anthony Richardson. That's the biggest thing for me is he's acting like an NFL quarterback.
Well,
this is something he wants to do, but it's sad that it took a legit threat to his job to come in.
I mean, sometimes that's what it takes. There's positive reinforcement, there's negative reinforcement, but I've always felt that Anthony Richardson has at least said the right things. I mean, he's conducted himself very well in press conferences, and there was even like a story where they were at a banquet and he helped clean up. Like he's already done the right things, but it's that we talked about the football maturity, like the control at the line, the tapping out. No one has ever done that before. It's like there's just some things, and he came in at 21, 22, and that NFL, that pro football maturity just wasn't there. And but it does seem like now the NFL maturity level is coming up. So that's good.
I'm wondering if somebody finally sat him down and said, "Hey, bro, like you need to figure this out, or you need to decide, do you want to play NFL football or do you not? Because if you do, then these are the things that you need to do as an NFL player. And if you be the franchise quarterback, well, then keep doing what you're doing." Because Daniel Jones is coming in there. He's already played at a high level. He's had some great games. So that's not a problem at all. Like Daniel Jones can come in there and he can push for starting reps. And you're going to see that. Like we're seeing that in camp. It just sucks we're not seeing as much Daniel Jones footage because the people around the Colts are not putting that out. Which it's fine, whatever. We all knew it was going to be Anthony Richardson the whole time, but it's just fun to watch this kind of battle between two quarterbacks that were taken very high in the draft, and then now we're getting to see that in Indianapolis. That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
all I've asked for ever since, Phillip Rivers' year, all I've asked for is just mediocrity at quarterback. That's all I've asked for. Like, just be mid. Like, that's it, because they've always had a great line. Jonathan Taylor, they've had a really good defense, except for like last year. They've had like almost the complete package, but they're less than stellar quarterback play, below average.
Screw up.
It's just don't fuck it up, and that's really all that they've done. Like Matt Ryan, all he had to do is have like shades of his time in Atlanta, and he just bit the proverbial bed. And it's like, just be average. That's all I'm asking for, because you have all these great pieces already in place, and they shit the bed. So, and that's. Yeah, all I'm asking for is to can this offense just be like in that 14 to 18 range out of in the NFL. If they can just hit that mark, they can make a splash. And I've said it over and over. They lost to the Texans by 5 points last year. If they if they had scored 6 more points against the Texans, they win the division. And they had a lot of issues defensively, offensively last year. If they just do that, 6 more points against the Texans, they win the division. And that's really what it came down to. I mean, they lost to the fucking Giants. It was not a pretty season. But still, they score a few more points against the Texans. They take the division. So I don't think they're that far off. They just need to not be terrible offensively. That's all I'm hoping for. Like, I'm not asking him to play. I mean, I want him to play like an MVP, but that's not my expectation. It's just, don't come out there, don't fuck it up, hand the ball off nicely to Jonathan Taylor, and just make some good reads, just move the ball. That's the basics. Like what's his name? Brock Purdy. Perfect example of what I'm asking for. He doesn't do anything.
Right, and he still got paid. So if you want a script on what to do to get paid by not screwing up,
just look
Brock
at him.
Purdy. Yes, He literally was Mr.
fucking up.
Irrelevant, the last pick in the draft. And this dude just got straight paid, bro.
Yeah.
Because
And
he
speaking
doesn't screw up.
And speaking of straight paid, Bernard Ryman cashed in, and I've been on the Ryman train too.
Bro,
Get that 100 milli, baby. Now they need to shore up that left tackle. That had to happen. It was going to happen. He's improved every year. He's shored up that left side of the line. So
Bro's been spending time in the gym too. Like,
he's a big dude.
He looks like a left tackle.
He's a big dude.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, that was going to happen.
So our offensive line is getting some really good looks. So
yeah,
we shouldn't have any problems on that front. It's looking like, like we talked about Bortolini, and then Ryman just got paid, so he's our left tackle for the future.
Yep.
Dude, let's shift gears to the defense.
Yeah.
So there's still some questions. So we talked about the cornerback position, with Jalen Jones going down with a hamstring injury, and Justin Wally just already was balling out. Yeah, he already was balling out. So this doesn't bode well for Jalen Jones. I mean, not that he did anything wrong, but so our secondary is just looking great.
Good.
Just looking really good. So if you're watching any videos about first team, second team, anything like that, like batted passes, it's probably not because it was a bad pass. It's probably because our secondary is awesome.
And if I've seen several plays, like there was a really good, I think it was a touchdown in practice to, I think it was to Adonai, and it was a beautiful pass. The coverage was right there.
Yeah,
it was just a great pass, just dropped into the bucket right over the defender.
Yeah,
the defender was in great position. Like it wasn't like the dude just got burned. It was a
blown
it's not
play.
No, it was
the fact of the bad pass or a bad catch. Yeah, you're right. The defense can just make a play, and in training camp, you got to think you're going against your own team.
Yeah.
So obviously, and everybody's trying to make the team. Everybody's competing for a job. So it's not like, I'm going to let you catch that ball. No, dude, they are not going to do that.
And if they're not going to make this team, this is an audition for another team. Like they're trying to get paid.
Exactly.
So,
and that's what it's about.
They're playing 100% every single play.
Our secondary, I'm so psyched about our secondary.
No.
Almost as psyched as I am about our defensive line. So something that everybody's talking about that Lou Anarumo is bringing a freshness and a rejuvenation to these players. Because after dealing with just plain Jane Gus Bradley, who didn't do anything special, didn't run blitzes, like he didn't do anything different, anything modern. It was such an old school scheme. These players are excited with Lou Anarumo's defense because they're actually getting to do different disguises.
Yeah.
Some of them are actually like, I wouldn't say they're playing different positions, but they're experimenting like different technique type of stuff. So where normally they wouldn't be a speed rusher, like on some schemes they will be a rusher. It's just a lot of diversity on the defensive line, and like that's what I was begging for on the defensive line, dude.
Yeah,
like we took Latu last year, and Toy Lolo. I'm gonna learn his name. I promise you. We're
gonna use the AI and learn how to pronounce this shit.
Yeah, and then dude, there's so much diversity on this defensive line as far as the type of athlete. Yeah. So you can do anything with the players that we have. Our defensive line is solid.
Yeah, and with Gus Bradley, it was a fucking nightmare. I mean, Jacksonville still and like they had and still have a bad offensive line, and they had a record like historically low pressure rate in that game against Jacksonville. And it's like, how does that happen? Well, he brings 4 every time. It doesn't matter the situation or whatever. It's 4. And it was the most frustrating goddamn defense to watch.
Which is the normal oldest type of defense ever. The front 4, try and get the quarterback or stop the run. Like that's the basics you learn in Pee Wee football.
Yeah. Very frustrating shit. And it's not like you didn't have the weapons to do something different. It was just, we're going to bring 4. That's what we're going to do. And it's like every single play that Latu was out there, he's just a down lineman. Like, that's not the kind of player that he is. That's not at all what he
set him up on the edge and let him go get that quarterback.
Have you watched a Dallas game at all? Have you watched Micah Parsons and how he operates? I could see Latu doing that kind of shit. That's what I envisioned when they drafted this dude. And I'm like, they got him down. Like, Buckner is a great defensive tackle. He can kind of shift to end a little bit, but he's just going to bull power rush the shit out of you. That's not what Latu is.
Micah Parsons is wanting to get out of Dallas.
That's exact. I'm not okay. I'm not going to be the guy that says the Colts are going to bring in Micah Parsons. I'm not going to do that. But I'd be very, very remiss if Ballard isn't at least inquiring as to what it would take to get a deal done.
He's an all-pro. You got to think about it.
Obviously Dallas is having issues with him. So, but there's
they paid Jake Ferguson before they paid Micah Parsons.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
That's the problem. There's 31 teams that would instantly improve with Micah Parsons on the team.
Yes.
Who do you trade to the Cowboys to get Parsons? We're getting there. And
bro, let's talk about it.
What don't you trade? No,
I'll give you last year's first defensive player and this year's first defensive player.
Give up Latu?
And a first round. No, hell no.
Wow.
I'll give up Latu and a first round pick for Micah Parsons.
No. See,
I wouldn't even think about it.
I'd love to see Micah and Latu together. That's where I'm going with it. I'm trying to bring back the Mathis Freeney thing. That's what I'm trying to do.
That would be perfect.
So, but if 31 teams should be blowing up Dallas Cowboys phone right now, and there's not a single locker room that would. This dude has over 10 sacks in every single year for his. He's going to 27 and he's entering his prime, and he wants out, and it's like, obviously you're gonna have to pay the dude if you trade for him. Who gives a shit? So, Jonathan Taylor for Parsons.
Ooh, can't do that.
I can't do that. That's just because of the quarterback situation. Like, if we had a little bit better at the quarterback position, I'd be like, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I can't do it.
Because right now we may have to lean on Jonathan Taylor if things don't go right.
Either way, this team.
I'll trade. Well, they just got George Pickens, or else I would have said, like, all right, we'll trade you Alec Pierce. We'll give you Jalen Jones.
I would be willing right now because we've got a ton of depth at edge. I mean, there's Ibukum, there's Kwity Paye, and I'm not saying they're like, one for one. No, I'm saying a package deal because if you're getting an end for them, don't even say Buckner in there anymore either. See, they're throwing out Buckner too. I want to keep this line together is what I want to do. That's what I want to do. So
I'd give up Adnan Mitchell.
Maybe Adonai, maybe Alec Pierce, one of the two.
I wouldn't say Buckner though,
but I wouldn't like Buckner. I would say maybe one of the two receivers. I'd be okay with either one.
Yeah.
But I would lean more towards Alec Pierce because he's more proven. I think he'd get a little bit more
appeal, yeah.
And because he's about to get paid. So
yes.
So that's I would lean more towards Alec Pierce right now. But I'm saying,
like, if Adonai breaks out, you trade Alec Pierce.
Yeah,
hands down.
Well, it's going to have to happen now. Is the problem?
You think so? Well, if Adonai keeps,
he wants out of Dallas, and this is just a hypothetical, and that's why it's in the title. It's a question mark, not a statement.
Yeah.
So, I would definitely try. I would definitely put Alec Pierce in the fold. And then if you're bringing in a defensive end, you no longer need all of Samson Ebukam and Kwity Paye and Tyquan Lewis and Latu. So I want to keep Latu. I would package Alec Pierce with one of those other ends. Samson had a really good year, and he's a good run stuffer. I don't know if his value probably isn't very high, but I'm saying he is a very serviceable end. They'll need an end. So Kwity Paye.
You have draft picks to use also.
I'm fine with Tyquan Lewis.
Throw in some draft picks.
Yeah, but I'm saying just to sweeten the pot.
Yeah,
receiver,
because if they're losing
Micah
Parsons, you got to give them 100%, dude. I think you're on the right track with it.
I'm putting in Alec Pierce. I'm putting in one of those ends, probably Kwity Paye, just because he's got 8-9
that's
sacks.
Genius.
I'm saying Kwity Paye. He's in his fifth year.
He was highly touted coming out, so yes, Paye would be
And you would probably still have to give up capital, obviously, because those two players do not equal Micah Parsons. You probably still have to burn at least a first rounder. I'm trying to avoid doing at least 2 first rounders because that's what like. If you're just doing draft capital, it's at least 2 firsts.
Yeah.
So I'm packaging those guys, probably giving up a first.
I mean, Kwity Paye was a high pick.
He was at like 24th.
Yeah. So I mean,
but he's not worth a first rounder.
Hell no.
He's not worth a first.
He just has that name value still. You know, people remember scouting him and stuff like that because he was on a lot of people's boards. He was really good coming out of college.
So if I'm Ballard, I'm packaging Alec Pierce, Kwity Paye, probably a first.
Oh, I'd give that up in a heartbeat for Micah Parsons.
You might need to. You probably have to throw in like at least a second in there too, and I'm fine with it.
I'd still throw a first on top of that. I don't care.
Yeah, and obviously you got to pay him. The Colts have the capital, and I'll go as far as this because everything that the AFC South has done, the Titans went and got Ward. Their line is still trash, but they got a mobile quarterback in Ward. You have CJ Stroud with a trash line. You have Trevor Lawrence. They got Travis Hunter
with a trash line.
With a trash line and BTJ.
Yeah.
The best way to go after trash offensive lines is with the pass rush. If you pair Micah Parsons and lots of
Micah Parsons,
this team immediately would become the favorite to win the AFC South if they pulled that trigger. And I say fuck it. I'm Ballard and I'm doing it. He's not going to, and that's why it's a question. He's not going to do it, but he should. He should be on that phone right now. It's not going to happen. I don't want to overexcite Colts Nation, all 37 viewers, but
we do have the capital and we do have the players that could make it happen.
All right, take it easy, man.
Safe travels, buddy. Thanks for being loyal and coming in, chatting with us.
Sure.
But dude, yes, like we have the capital to do that. So that shouldn't be a problem. But you know, Jerry Jones is very personal. Yes, it's about business, but if you do him wrong, like, so now if he trades you, he's going to trade you to a horrible position. And Micah Parsons doesn't have a no trade clause. Like he's still on his rookie deal. So he's kind of hands tied at this point. So Jerry Jones can say, all right, you're going to go to the Titans where you're going to die and you're never going to win anything.
To the Browns now, that would be hey, the Browns suck, but putting it Myles Garrett, that'd be.
Let's not do that.
It'd make for some fun Sundays. I'm just saying it won't. Yeah. It's not gonna happen. But yeah, he would. Jerry Jones seems like a petty motherfucker that would send you to the worst possible position that you could go to.
Yeah. Not Oxnard in California. Oxnard in the onion fields. All the way out there.
Yeah, but
no, Jared.
Let's throw him onto the Titans where we know he's never going to win anything.
I'll never support the Cowboys until Jerry's not the owner of the team anymore.
I still won't. It's just the damage has been done.
Yeah. Good job, Jerry Jones.
Oh man. Oh.
Dude, yeah, so much out of camp, man. I'm so excited that football is back, man. We finally got a Colts game. We're going to see our boys in blue. We are going to see them suiting up real soon. We just had the Hall of Fame game with the Chargers and Lions. So we got the Ravens preseason week 1. So we should see lots of Adonai Mitchell. We should see lots of DJ Giddens. We should see lots of Justin Wally. We should see some of these linebackers because honestly, like, what the heck is going on? Our linebackers are a huge question mark, probably our biggest question mark on the team at this point. Outside of Zaire Franklin, who hasn't practiced yet this camp, which is not great, which I don't think a lot of people are worried about Zaire, but it's not great in the regard of this is a whole new defense. And this ain't some boring ass Gus Bradley defense. This is a real modern day NFL defense that has all these different schemes and not protections and stunts and all this stuff that, yes, you can read it in the book, but until you're doing it, with the rest of the people, getting the timing down, knowing, okay, if I'm here, then I know he's doing this, I know he's doing that. Like there's not a replacement for that. But outside of Zaire Franklin, I'm not very comfortable with the linebackers that they have in Indianapolis right now.
Yeah.
I would like to see them bring in another linebacker next year in the draft, or try and trade for one come trade deadline or something. Maybe there's some people. So one of the guys that Rumo brought with him, Batchy, how do you say his name? So brought with him from the Bengals. At least he knows the defense, so that's good. Mm-hmm. And he can help out the rest of the room. I mean, apparently he's been doing well, but we don't know much about the guy. Even in Cincinnati, he wasn't a starter.
No.
So we don't know much about the guy other than he knows the defense already, which is going to help a lot. I would see him getting a lot of time. I hate the fact that we lost Stewart. I thought he had some really bang up games where he showed he could be something.
He was a good special teamer too. I mean,
yeah. I mean, that hair was just always around the ball.
You knew where he was.
Yeah, that's what you want, especially as a linebacker. You want to be around the football at all times.
Yeah.
But we're gonna miss him. But yeah, outside of Zaire Franklin, I don't know what's going on with our linebackers. But we'll see. We're gonna definitely see next week against the Ravens what players are gonna be getting a lot of reps. Yeah. Because we can't forget there's only 3 preseason games now. So you're not going to get 4 weeks to really see, okay, boom, this is starters week. This is last chance guys. You don't have that anymore. They've had to change how many snaps they give people. So it's not like Anthony Richardson and Daniel Jones are going to get, okay, Richardson, you're going to go out and get the whole first half. It's like, okay, if this really is a QB1 battle, you want these guys playing with the ones. Yeah. So when your ones are out there, then that's who you want out there. But I wouldn't expect to see a lot from like Quentin Nelson. I don't think they're going to take the risk of getting him hurt in the preseason. I don't think it's necessary.
Buckner, Grover,
right. Your big pillar stars, you're not going to have them out there. I mean, I wouldn't even rush Zaire back. Honestly, I wouldn't even.
No.
Yes. I would put him in there. Jalen Jones, I wouldn't put him out there unless Jalen's like, hey, I need to go out here and prove my spot because of Justin Wally. We better not see Jonathan Taylor take 1 snap in the preseason. We better not. Okay. Give some work to Khalil Herbert and DJ Giddens. See what you got.
Run a route.
They are both new to the team.
Run a route, but it's like he's like a red shirt. Like if you throw him the ball, I'm gonna punch you in the face kind of thing. Like he's just on the field to get a rep.
Yeah, to say he was on the field,
yeah. So just to alleviate the fans to say, yeah, he's not hurt. We just don't want him to get hurt in the preseason.
Oh, 100%. So like against the Ravens, like so on the 7th. So we still have a week. We gotta get this whole week until we have football, but it's a Thursday game, so that's awesome. But the things that I think we really should be looking for. What competitions, what players to look for. I think in the backfield, I want to see who that RB2 position. I want to see, is the rookie DJ Giddens going to push Khalil Herbert out as the RB2? Like, I think that he can, because I'm a believer in DJ Giddens. I've said on this show, and even during the draft, our live draft special, is like that was a major steal for us. DJ Giddens is phenomenal. He was great in college. This kid's going to be special. And I'm curious to see how that's going to play out. I feel like it's cheating to say quarterback because like every Colts fan is watching that position, so I'm not even going to go there. But another one is Adonai Mitchell. I want to see Adonai Mitchell against other teams where he hears footsteps. I want to see how he's going to react. Is he going to catch the ball? Yeah. Because that's going to determine, I think, what the franchise's plan is with Alec Pierce. At tight end, there's no competition. Not even going to talk about that. There's zero competition there.
It's tight end 1, and then who gives a shit?
And then we don't even need anybody after that.
That's it.
I feel like there's free agent tight ends out there that are better than what we have right now.
Yeah, hands down. Like
Noah Fant was available for a little while there. Why didn't we go sign Noah Fant dirt cheap?
Clean house and then bring in Fant and with
Ogletree out, Mallory out. big, tall dummy, you're out. And Noah Fant, you're in. You're tight end too.
Yeah,
At least
that's
you got
just the way
somebody who is relevant. Yeah.
I
We
don't know
don't
why
have to
they
worry
brought
about the
back
offensive
Mo.
line.
He's so bad.
Yeah, why'd you bring Mo back, man?
He's a good blocker. I'll give him credit where credit. He is a good blocker, which means he should only be out there. Me big block. He should only be out there on jumbo sets when you need to gain that inch. That's the only reason he should be on the field.
He reminds me of Eric Ebron. He sucks.
Yeah. Well, hey, Eric Ebron was great because he had luck.
Well, only because he had Andrew Luck. Exactly.
And even then, he dropped a lot of passes.
But a high tide raises all ships, though, and that was Andrew Luck. But so I'm not worried about the offensive line. We've got that figured out. I don't expect to see a lot of the starters out there in preseason because, bro, in the trenches, don't waste those snaps in the trenches where the knees can get buckled, and don't do that.
I mean, like, I'm okay with like a drive, like
yes,
like just to get that continuity, but anything more than that with the starting lineman, please don't.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with like one drive and then bam.
Right. And then on the other side of the ball, on defense, our corners, it's pretty. I mean, our defensive backs, it's pretty much only going to be like who is vying for those backup jobs.
Yep.
And then we have Justin Wally trying to overtake Jalen Jones because I think everybody understands, right? It's Jalen Jones' job to lose, just because he's the veteran. But I'm going to be looking at.
I feel like you got to put like they were really high up on Juju Brents, like they're really high on him. And he's got the size and everything that you want in a corner. It's just his ability to be on the field.
Yeah, right. Well, and what they always say, the best ability is availability.
Yeah.
But and if you can't be there,
I want him to do well. I really want him to.
Just because he has a cool
I've always
name,
been with Juju Brents, man.
He does have a cool name.
Yeah, I've always been on the. It's just it isn't working out, and I hope it does.
Yeah. I mean, there's some guys that we like, but a guy, and I know I keep talking about Justin while I'm talking him up, but if he is just going to keep balling out, man, then, dude, I think even though he's a rookie, I think you don't have a choice. If he's showing you that he's by far better, then I think you got to go with him. But that's something I'm going to watch too. I'm going to watch for that position right there, that cornerback spot. Who's going to get that one? I'm not worried about the defensive line. I mean, we've got more good talent on the defensive line than you can actually start at one time, I think.
Yeah.
So our depth there is phenomenal. The linebackers is our biggest thing on defense. So when the defense is out there, I'm watching the linebackers.
Yeah.
Like what's going on there? That's the only reason I'm going to watch the defense is to see what's going on with the linebackers.
Yeah.
But other than that, man, like those are the key positions that I think everybody needs to watch this preseason, because against the Ravens, like our offense is going to see a good defensive scheme.
Yeah.
I mean, the Ravens always play good defense. It doesn't matter ones, twos, threes. Their defensive scheme is really good. So that's going to be a really good test for our offensive players that are trying to make the team, one. And then two, they're trying to win starting jobs. Because our wide receiver room is crowded, bro.
Yeah.
So, and only so many wide receivers can be on the field at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, those are the positions that I think are the most important to watch this preseason.
Yeah, I agree for sure. I think that's a good segue kind of into fantasy football. I really do. Like we even on the entire Curtis Podcast Network, we don't do a whole lot of fantasy football. I know on Kingmaker, that's their specialty. It's what they do, but it's like we're going to try to base this just in the Colts realm of fantasy football relevancy. And, Justin on Kingmaker can kind of take it the rest of the way and take it home. But the first biggest piece of advice, especially if you're starting to do drafts like now, because I did a, whenever the auto join a league, just to see what people are doing. And I've noticed that people are still filling out their roster, their starting lineup, and then going kicker defense at like 8th, 9th, 10th round. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I never draft a kicker defense.
If you're drafting now, don't even draft one.
Oh.
Don't even draft one. Don't even look at kicker or defense. The spread of points, like if you're new to fantasy football, then I know our viewers probably are not new to fantasy football, but if you're looking to get into it for the first time and you don't really understand the board and like kind of what it really doesn't matter who gets what point. I mean, obviously, if you're doing a 2 quarterback league, quarterbacks will be at a much higher premium. But if you're doing just a standard fantasy draft, don't even look at kicker and defense. Don't even look at the point difference
Don't
between
waste
the number
the
one
position. Yeah.
The point difference between the number 1 kicker and the last kicker. We're talking like what, 40 points?
Yeah, it's
spread
such
out
a
over
minute
16 games.
Yeah.
It's we're talking 3-4 point average a game. Kickers are not going to win the season for you. They might win you a game or two, but they're not going to win you a season.
No, they will not be a difference maker.
So if you and it's all matchup with those positions. You might flip out a kicker and a defense every week.
I flex a kicker and defense every week. I'm not going to draft like, oh, this is my kicker all season. Like, yeah, I guess if you drafted Justin Tucker back in the day,
if you can get
like
someone like that late in the draft, then by all means do it. If you can get a really good kicker like 13th, 14th round, okay.
Right.
But the point is if you're drafting now, you want to know, okay, what happens if Justin Jefferson goes down? I don't want the wide receiver 2 or 3 on the Vikings. That's what you're looking at. So you want to fill out that bench with those players that could.
Right.
And if they don't,
like
the day before the season starts.
Exactly. Like an Adonai Mitchell, for example, somebody who you can take super late in the draft. Most likely, depending on how many rounds you have, probably won't be drafted. And if they are, it's going to be in that 12 to 15 range. Yeah. So instead of wasting your pick on a kicker or a defense, and if you're drafting now, you've got 3 weeks.
Injuries.
Right. You've got 3 weeks. Go get somebody who can be something. Go get a Braylon Allen that can back up Breece Hall, that can be an RB1. Go get a Tyler Algier who can come behind Bijan if Bijan gets hurt. Like, go get these guys late in those spots that you don't have to worry about, like, oh, man, everybody now is going to go get this, going to go get Adonai Mitchell because Pierce went down.
Everyone's fighting over that RB2 that's now the RB1. Oh, shit, he's already on his bench.
And you went and got them. You didn't waste space on a kicker or a defense on preseason week 1. And now you have that guy, and you can cut somebody else who now is not going to get as many snaps as that person is.
And now, if that injury happens to someone, you've got a stockpile of running backs and wide receivers. Yeah, it's like, guess what? Now you can trade.
Right.
Drop.
And I would go running back
like the day before the season starts.
Yeah, because I've literally done all right, that morning, hey, I'm waking up. All right, so this player that I got in the 14th round or 15th round didn't pan out. Okay, so let me go replace him with the kicker that I need to fill out my roster. Yeah. Literally do that. I do that all the time.
Yeah. So just a little friendly fantasy advice. If you're drafting, if you draft 3 or 4 days before the season, go ahead and get a kicker and defense. Yeah. That's fine. You everything's pretty much solidified. But if you're drafting now, don't waste it.
Yeah,
don't do it. Yeah. And as far as the Colts go, again, don't draft our defense. And I'm not saying that just because they're going to be bad. Just don't draft a defense.
Yeah.
Now, there are some leagues that go way into it and they draft defensive players. I've never played into that, to be honest. That's
IDP
too much.
Can be a little tricky because the scoring is weird. With IDP, you have to look at the scoring and see, okay, because in some leagues you may get more points for a sack, or you may get more points for a TFL, a tackle for loss. Yeah. And in some leagues you may get more points for batted balls, interceptions, things like that. Yeah. So that makes a difference. Do I want to go for a defensive back? Do I want to go for a coverage linebacker? Do I want to go for a defensive lineman? IDP is very tricky. But for these purposes of looking at Colts players to target in fantasy, we're not going to focus on IDP because that's just it's kind of a rare redraft league, really, though. But
offensively, though, I mean, obviously, Jonathan Taylor in the draft that I was talking about in the free league, whatever, I picked him. I picked 9th. So I picked him up. I can't remember who I picked 9th, and then I picked him up in the 2nd round on the way back. So he was available in the 2nd round. That's a good Jonathan value. Taylor, if he's there, I'd I would, I mean, not first overall.
He's going to be heavily involved, especially if the quarterbacks can't figure their life out. Then that's a super massive value in the second round if you get Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
Even if you take Jonathan Taylor after your turn, if you're at the end, if you're at like 11 and then you come back, you pick 11, whatever, say you get a good receiver that's still there, and then you come back and get Jonathan Taylor, then boom, that's still great value, I think. But as far as like Colts fantasy, Jonathan Taylor is my number one.
Yeah.
As far as Colts fantasy players.
For sure. And then it gets dicey. And again, this is all because of that quarterback situation. Yeah. I think, and I've said it, that, and you've been on board with the two, Josh Downs, is one of the best slot receivers in the NFL.
Yeah.
And it's the quarterback position hasn't really helped him to this point, but he's still been extremely reliable. He's just like in college, he catches everything.
He's kind of quarterback proof in a way.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's even proven to be a deep threat too. So if he's there, I mean, he's not going in like the top 10 rounds or anything like that. But I mean, if he's there late, yeah. Of course, Tyler Warren, some leagues have stopped doing tight end, like mandatory tight end position. I was playing in a league where they did flex, where you can do a wide receiver or tight end for all four of those spots. Because outside of like the top 4 or 5 tight ends, I mean, you've got Kelsey, Bowers, what's his name in Arizona?
McBride.
Yeah.
There for a while. You're right, dude. There for a while, like the tight end landscape was very, very thin. Unless you had a top 5 guy, like it really didn't matter.
Yeah.
But I think this crop of tight ends that we have now, and then with Evan Ingram changing to Denver with Sean Payton, I think the tight end, we're gonna see a big year from tight ends this year. Like I really feel that in my bones. But I'm with you on the Josh Downs thing. Because of the quarterback issue, I have Josh Downs as my second ranked over Michael Pittman. And I understand, look, I understand some of y'all are freaking out right now, but this is fantasy, not real football.
Yeah.
Josh Downs is going to get a lot of the receptions close and underneath because
especially if you're in a PPR.
Yes. And that's what most people play is PPR. And that's the only reason why I have Josh Downs ahead of Michael Pittman Jr. is because of that reason. All the short, intermediate, quick passes, slants, things like that. But that's also why I have my number 3 guy here, Tyler Warren. For the same exact reason. Yeah. So you can come at me, whatever. Like I'd love to. Let's go over to Kingmaker Sports. Let's talk about it, and we'll figure it out why you think this and why I think something else. But this is why I think that. I think Downs and Warren are going to get a lot of targets in this offense. And then after that, I've got everybody's sweetheart, Michael Pittman.
Yeah. You know, my biggest issue with Michael Pittman is, and again, this is it's quarterback driven. With a guy like Pittman, he's a big body. He can go up and make those contested catches. He doesn't have a lot of red zone production. And that's his style receiver. That's his money. Like that's his fantasy football moneymaker right there is red zone targets, red zone receptions, touchdowns. And he doesn't have a lot. And that's the most concerning thing with me in fantasy football. And then you add in Anthony Richardson's scrambling ability and all this other shit. Like targets are not going to be at a premium in Indianapolis. Right. This should be a run first team. And Anthony Richardson or Daniel Jones should not be dropping back maybe 20 times a game.
Yeah.
So that means there are 20 targets to go around. Divide that by incompletions, throw out of bounds, throw away, shit like that.
Yeah.
Targets are going to be very limited. And I think, like you said, the guaranteed where they're going to get those points per reception, they're going to get are Downs and Warren. And just depending on matchup, Pittman and Pierce are kind of like
those are
based play.
Right. They're going to have boom days, but if you want somebody consistent, I think Downs and Warren are going to be your consistency guys.
Yeah. It's so hard to use a spot for like hoping and praying that Alec Pierce gets that 50-yard touchdown. It's just
not worth it.
It's like if they're playing a really bad defense and whatever, and hey, you got a couple of guys on a bye, okay. throw out Alec Pierce in there.
Yeah.
But if they're playing Baltimore or whatever, don't play that matchup.
Nah.
It
Yeah, those are more best ball plays. So Alec Pierce is a best ball guy.
Yeah.
100% a best ball guy. But I wouldn't take Alec Pierce in my redraft if I didn't have to. Now, obviously, like taking him super, super low.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like no problem. That don't hurt nothing. But I'm not going to spend like valuable draft capital on an Alec Pierce.
And again, that's why we're talking about, like, if you're drafting now, hey, if Alec Pierce is there late in the draft, grab him. I'm not, knocking on wood. Michael Pittman goes down. Now you got guys fighting for that 1 spot, 2 spot. Hey, maybe Alec Pierce can slide into that 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And hey, and that's why we tell you, real late, don't even worry about kicker and defense. Injuries happen all the time in preseason, and you're just trying to stack your team and hey, it's all luck. And if you happen to grab that RB2 that falls into the RB1 spot, you can come on here later and thank us.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Out here helping out the Blue Bloods, man.
Yeah.
Helping out Colts Nation.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as quarterbacks go, as we sit here today, don't even waste your time on Richardson and Dan Jones. Just don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Go with somebody else. I'd take a flyer on Michael Penix Jr. before I take a flyer on Anthony Richardson. Now, look, if you waited and you didn't take a good quarterback in your draft, and Anthony Richardson is still sitting there at pick number 15, all right, I'm not going to be mad at you for that. Because this kid could come out and be something this year.
Yeah.
Like he could have had that wake up, that epiphany moment and become what everybody thought he was going to be. So I would only take him like 14 or 15th round. That's the only way I'm taking Anthony Richardson. And I'm not even going to touch Daniel Jones because we've already seen the franchise, like they're going to give Anthony Richardson every opportunity to be the starter.
See, when I did my draft, I can't remember what round I picked him, but it was late. And I picked Bo Nix. Like he actually did really good in Denver.
Yeah, and they got him more weapons, so the arrow's only pointing up for a Bo Nix.
Yeah. So it used to be back in the day, and I'm talking back in the day where you had the Aaron Rodgers in his prime, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Drew Brees. All of these dudes were lighting it up, and most of it was a 10-man league that I was in, and pretty much like 5 or 6 of those first 10 picks were quarterback. Yeah. And that's just the way that was. And then it fell into position players after that. Now it's a lot of these quarterbacks are not lighting it up like they used to in fantasy football. We're not having guys hitting that 50, 60 touchdown mark. It's just not happening.
Right.
And so, yeah, like those running backs, that's even becoming more of a challenge to draft because a lot of teams are using 2-back systems.
Yeah, and they're forgetting about us fantasy players.
Yeah, assholes. I'm looking at you,
Detroit. Ships out here, bro.
but the thing about Detroit is if you get either one of them, hey, they were getting a touchdown, both of them, like every game. So they were helping you out.
Well, and that's something we talked about on Kingmaker Sports last episode. Which hey, shout out Slayton. He's out there with us on Kingmaker Sports as well. Him and Big Mick, the old Mick Lipper. We were talking about how it's very rare to find these like 2-headed monsters where you can start both running backs or own both running backs and be productive. Yeah. Where we had Alvin Kamara, Mark Ingram with the Saints. Yeah. You had Devontae Freeman and Tevin Coleman with the Falcons. But that was the Kyle Shanahan offense then too. Mm-hmm. So we can't forget about that. And then now we've got Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery.
Yeah.
Like these are the things that, those are rare, very, very rare.
A lot of teams are using 2 backs, and they are not like that.
No.
Like you've got one guy who kind of gets the yards, and then that one guy who will get like 1 or 2 goal line, whatever, and just kind of poach that touchdown. And it's like, so one guy might get 7 points, the other might get 8, and it's like, it's so frustrating.
Yeah. Eckler and Gordon was good. We didn't get a lot of them though. That's what sucked is we didn't get a lot of years of that.
Yeah,
but. I mean, there's still some spots out there that I think could be good. I think I think RJ Harvey, J.K. Dobbins could also be good, but I don't want to get into too much of that stuff. But because we're focusing more on the Colts
and again,
stuff,
if the Colts do what the Colts are supposed to do and be a run team, I mean, they might find that two-headed back. I mean, it'll be primarily Jonathan Taylor, but with that Giddens, it might turn into it, man.
So I can't wait to see DJ, man.
It could turn into that. Now, but again, this offense should run through Jonathan Taylor, and I'm not saying he needs to run 30, 40 times again. I'm not talking about burning him out. I'm just saying he should get 20, another guy should get like 10. You know what I mean? Like, but if Giddens is as good as you say he is, we might.
Dude,
I
watched
the start of that two-headed back
that
monster.
Kid's better. Well, Giddens. So guys like DJ Giddens and Devin Neal, like these guys were studs in college, and then they just, I don't know, the NFL just decided to go with other guys. You had other guys breaking out and stuff like that. Like, so Giddens and Neal were on people's radars before Ashton Genty was. But Ashton Genty just had such a phenomenal season. He got robbed out of the Heisman. I'll die on that hill. But it's just there's some really good players that get overlooked by the NFL, but talent always prevails. Like Chase Brown. Chase Brown was really good in college, and then he got overlooked, and then now he got opportunity, and look at him now. So sometimes these players have to wait, but we got Jonathan Taylor locked down in contract, so that's not a problem. DJ Giddens, I'm 100% like you can go ahead and chalk me down right now as a quote. DJ Giddens will be the RB2 for this team.
Fair enough. I forgot about this. We were talking about hypotheticals. I forgot. Hometown Colt boy, Indianapolis boy. Terry McLaurin might be on the old trade. They're hesitant to pay him. I don't think we need him. They're Colts saying that we want to bring him in. I mean, would he boast our wide receiver room? He'd probably immediately fall into the wide receiver 2 spot. Sure. Maybe even 1. Okay, but that's a lot into the wide receiver position. Again, with a lot of question marks at quarterback.
We would have to
want to trade that one right now.
A couple wide receivers. Like we'd have to give them Alec Pierce. We'd probably also have to give them who else? Because like you bringing in a Terry McLaurin without getting rid of anybody makes no sense. We're already crowded in the wide receiver room.
Yeah.
And if we're already talking about like receptions are going to be hard to come by if it's going to be a run first team,
it just doesn't make sense. Like we had that whole argument in the text thread about it doesn't make any sense for the Colts to bring in Micah Parsons. And I'm like, well, based on what the rest of the division looks like, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Like
it makes
perfect sense. Like all their offensive line sucks. Like it makes perfect sense if they want to win
Micah
this
Parsons
division.
would be looking like Bobby Boucher out there.
Yeah, exactly.
Every play.
It makes perfect sense to bring him in. Bringing in Terry McLaurin to the Colts doesn't. Like unless if like 3 receivers get hurt in the next like training camp day or whatever, then that's the only time it make any sense to bring in Terry.
Yeah.
But like it's just there are people we should trade for him and bring him back to Indy. No. I mean, I'm not.
Look, I like me some Terry McLaurin.
Exactly.
But
I'm not saying he's bad. I'm just saying it just doesn't.
Make any sense for the Colts. So to quote Chris Ballard, like we like our guys. I do like the receivers that we have. Now, don't get me wrong. I would love Terry McLaurin to be on the team. For fantasy, it would suck. But for real NFL football, it's just too crowded right now. You have to do something like, and you can't cut into these guys. Like you're not going to cut Alec Pierce. You're not going to cut Adonai Mitchell. You're not going to cut Josh Downs. You're not going to cut Michael Pittman. You're not doing that.
No.
You would have to trade them either to Washington or trade them away before you did the like. You have to do something because you can't. All right, you can't trade for Terry McLaurin and don't get rid of anybody and then try and call teams. Hey, you want this person? Because they're going to know like
they're going to lowball you.
Yeah, you're overcrowded. You're desperate to get rid of them. I know why you're calling me, so I'm not going to
give you a 6th.
Yeah, exactly. Give you a 6th rounder for Alec Pierce. Like, no,
dick.
Yeah,
yeah. It just doesn't make sense for them to do that. It does make perfect sense for them, and for 31 teams, it makes sense to bring in Micah Parsons.
Oh,
but I'm saying like just to say that it doesn't make sense for him to go to the Colts, that's not logical. Like, it would be the perfect situation for him with Latu, with Buckner, with Grover against the AFC South's offensive lines. That makes complete sense.
Yes.
It's not going to happen, but
no.
Dude, if I woke up and saw tomorrow that the Colts did land Micah Parsons and they traded 3 first-round picks or whatever, I'm fucking down.
Like, dude, I don't care. I think you could even move. You could flex out. Not Latu, but maybe is it Toilalu or whatever? Like, I think you could flex him to linebacker, to outside linebacker, maybe. Yeah. But then again, you still got Hunter Waller, who's somebody that I'm going to be looking for out of Wisconsin and see how they're going to play him, because from what I've heard and what I've read about Lou Anarumo is a large body safety is going to be more. He's going to have less linebackers on the field, and Waller is that. And during the combine, we talked about this. Waller looked like a perfect size for coverage linebacker to me. So the more and more I hear about these reports from Lou Anarumo and how he likes a certain type of player to play a certain type of position, I think he's going to kind of groom Waller to be, or Wohler or whatever, like, to be that position, because he looked perfect for that position. And then come to find out Lou Anarumo likes that type of prototypical player. So I was like, dude, no wonder they went and got this kid. So I'm excited about that. That's another player I'll be watching in preseason, because he should get a lot of reps.
For sure.
Because no one's talking about him being in a starting position. So I'm curious to see what this new defensive schemes look like.
Yeah. It's refreshing. Like, I wasn't even a big fan when Gus Bradley first came to Indianapolis. I'm like, well, maybe he can bring back some of that spark that he had in Seattle. Maybe. And it never happened. And they kept him here. It still never happened. And he kept running the same defense, like he had the exact same defense in Seattle, which not the same personnel.
No,
and it just never worked. And
Hall of Fame players in Seattle.
Yeah. That defense carried him. Like, he didn't make that defense. Yeah. And that was quickly realized here in Indianapolis, that he does not know how to do any adjustments.
Like old boy that won the Super Bowl with the Broncos, the defensive coordinator there, when they had Von Miller and all them, where that defense carried that team the whole year. That guy went on to be a head coach and was horrible.
Didn't he go to the Jets?
I want to say, oh gosh, now it's like is it Jeff, Joe, Tom, Tim, something. But yeah, he was horrible. But that's just another example of a coach riding the coattails of future Hall of Fame players and all-time great defenses or offenses. You know? So, and like, Josh McDaniels is another perfect example of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Very much so. And that's Gus Bradley rode the coattails 100%.
100%.
And he looked, there was so many games, like, there was a few good games sprinkled in a lot of terrible games. And this defense at time looked confused, lost, unprepared, unmotivated. There was no energy. I
don't blame them, dude. Look, they have nothing to look.
We're not blitzing again. It's 3rd and 15. We're not going to blitz. No. Oh, well, they got a first down. How many times were there 3rd and longs and it was a fucking first down?
Exactly.
Like, where's the blitz? Where's the rush? Like, what are we doing
you
here?
And me so many times came back after games and we're just like, what is he doing?
Done with Bradley.
Yeah,
it's just refreshing.
I think we were done with Bradley like week 6, week 7 last year. Like, it was ridiculous, dude.
It was terrible.
So I mean, look, I know we were a little skeptical about Lou Anarumo, which, you know, I mean, I still am. He doesn't have a winning record, winning resume, but the players are really excited, and I'm gonna listen to the players because they're the ones running this.
He didn't have a lot in Cincinnati, to his credit. He had Hendrickson. That was his name, right?
One stud, Trey Hendrickson. Stud player. Stud player.
One player.
So that's fair.
You've got a lot of good players on this defense.
Yeah,
a lot of good players, and Chris Ballard just went out and got you Ward and got you Bynum. You have the tackle leader. He should have been the tackle leader like the last 3 years in Zaire.
Yeah.
And you got two of the best defensive tackles in the league in Buckner and Grover. It's like you've got so much to work with here.
Yeah.
If he can't
You're a
make it
mechanic
work,
with the best tools in the world. Well, okay, like, it's a stretch, but you get what I'm saying. Like, I'm exaggerating, but you've got all the right tools to do.
You've got the mechanic set with close to new. They're not shiny. They're used, but they know what they're doing.
No, I'll say it's a toolbox full of snap-on tools.
Yeah, but
I mean, you got the high dollar stuff, but
yeah.
I mean, you could have more high dollar stuff with Micah Parsons. Just saying, Chris Ballard, Micah Parsons.
I don't know if Chris Ballard, Shane Steichen, Lou Anarumo is one of those 38 viewers, but if you are, at least call. At least
Carly Ursay Gordon, hit that subscribe button.
Yeah. Like and share. Please share, Carly. Please share it to all your Colts fans.
Yeah.
I highly doubt you're one of the 38 viewers on, but if you are,
which is awesome. Thank you, everybody,
it would be
for
amazing.
Staying, man. That's great. We're so happy to have y'all.
Hell yeah.
Hopefully, man, don't be afraid to throw a question in the comment section. Like, we are all about the interaction. We had was it Brandon Hallam earlier?
Yeah,
dude, like
he was all in it.
Dude's just firing him out there.
Oh, Eric's here.
What's up, buddy?
Eric's tuning in.
Yeah,
he's one of our boys over at Third and Teal.
Yeah, I think they were having a show tonight too.
Oh yeah,
but
yeah, man, they're pushing 800 subscribers now, so they need to share some of the wealth on Old Unstable. We're still pushing to get to 100
over there, man. A lot of buzz over there with Travis Hunter coming in, and then the
man.
Titans. They got a lot of buzz with Cam Ward.
Yeah,
so
they and of course, a few of them are in Jacksonville. They go to training camp, get the videos, and unfortunately, we're in Houston. We're not. We can't go to all the Colts training camps and get all that video footage. So if you're in Indianapolis and you want to be a part of this, we'd be more than happy to talk to you. And if you can get those videos, hey man, we're always looking for a third seat.
We would love to feature your content here. If you get any videos from camp or anything like that, like, we'll feature it here on the show. Give you your credit, of course, because there's a lot of shows out there, and Eric can attest to this. There's a lot of shows out there that want to try and steal other creators' content. Yeah, we can't have that. We gotta give people their credit, man.
I mean, it's not like plagiarism, but it's just like the courteous that, like, we're the small guy. And even at 700-800 subscribers over there at Third and Teal and on our flagship, the AFC South show, we're still the little guy. Like, we're not like main, whatever on ESPN and shit. Like, it's like, why are you going to steal our video that you could just literally get from Sports Illustrated or ESPN? Like, why the fuck are you stealing our stuff? So now we're having to do the extra stuff to watermark our stuff so that and it just give credit.
So if you send us and if you want to reach out to us on YouTube, hit us up in the comments, something like that. Let us know, and we'll get with you. We'll get your clips, get all your stuff like that, and then we'll go ahead and we'll throw it on here. And then we'll have, if you want us to, we'll put your Twitter handle or whatever it is. If you want to, I know some people don't like that, and that's fine. Whatever, we respect your privacy.
I still talk about this dude. I still talk about him. He's a huge Colts fan. This dude has field VIP passes. Camacho Joe. I met him on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, and he subscribes to the show. He's invited me to his place. He's got a badass Colts man cave. He's got a Colts golf cart and all this shit. Like, he is a super fan, and he lives in Houston too. Well, the Houston area. And he sent me a ton of training camp videos. And one of our previous intro videos was actually stuff that I pieced together from videos that he sent. And I credited him. I put Camacho Joe. He sent photos. I put him up. I did a reel of him, put him on all the YouTube, Twitter, all that shit, and TikTok. And I credit him at the very beginning. Thanks, super fan, Camacho Joe. Like, we make sure that if you send us stuff that you get the credit for it. It's the way that it should be. It's just the right thing to do. And I hate people that can't just, hey, I got this from Third and Teal.
Yeah.
Like, look at this cool video, whatever, from Third and Teal. Like, how hard is it to do that? And they actually fought and said, no, yeah, it's my video. I took the video. When you can hear Trevor's voice in the fucking video. Like, you didn't even bother to silence the video when you stole it.
Right.
It was like, come on, dude. Like, you've got 4,000 or 5,000 followers. Why are you just say, yeah, I got it from Third and Teal.
Yeah, give them
Check
the
out
credit,
these boys
man.
at Third and Teal. Like, how hard is that to do? People suck.
That's crazy, dude. Like, I don't get it why some people want to do that, but no, here at Unstable, man, we got y'all covered.
Mhm.
We're gonna look out for you because we understand that you viewers out there. The reason we do this, we enjoy doing this. We enjoy getting this information out to you, and we're just a couple dudes that love the Colts. We love fantasy football. We just love football. So y'all keep coming back, man. We'd love to keep talking ball with you.
Absolutely. And I think that's a good place to leave it off, man. We were running this entire episode at least 37, 38 viewers. So if you're not and already subscribed, make sure you do that. We really appreciate the support. We appreciate you watching, listening to us. We took up hour and a half of your time, and you were here for the whole thing. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for staying with us.
Absolutely. We'll be back next week. Obviously, when was that preseason game? Not this Thursday.
It's Thursday.
It's
the
7th. Yeah. Okay.
So this Thursday we will have Colts football on TV.
Yes.
All right.
So
and Jeff and I will be talking about this stuff.
Yeah.
So go over if you're watching on Facebook or Twitter, go over to YouTube, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell, so that way you can come back and get more of Jeff and Justin.
Yes, sir. We will be back next Friday. It's just the easiest thing to do. Right after that preseason game, we'll have time to digest, look at all those position battles that we were talking about. And make sure you join us back here again so we can talk about it. Anybody that y'all stood out, take notes, let us know, hit us up in the comments. Again, love the interaction. Thank you so much for being on here tonight. Getting kind of late, so I'm gonna crash out, but it's been a pleasure. And we'll see you guys next time, man. Justin, thank you for your time, and thanks for everybody's time in the comments for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all have a great night. We'll see y'all next Friday.
Later.